We are Our Lady's Immaculate Heart Catholic Church, located in Ankeny, Iowa, and we are known for a community that is welcoming, a community that learns, and a community that serves.
I've been here 21 years. I come from an office background, computers and office, but more of a user or a support person than a technical person. And I was doing it all, and I was exhausted, and it's hard. I mean, I don't have training in this stuff. Like, I never felt like I was really doing a good job. So I was delighted when the edict came down from the diocese that, you know, you have to have some form of cybersecurity and feel free to hire it out. And I'm like, yes. So I went to my technology committee and said, got any suggestions? And they gave me a list of companies. And I called around and did a little research and wound up with 3 that we kind of interviewed, and Tier 3 won. The biggest technical issue when you work with church staff are people, because they're not technical. The more wonderful they are at their job as ministers, the less wonderful they are at computers. And that's okay, because they're good at what they do. But that is very challenging. And I was so happy, and I'm still happy when they come to me and say, this isn't working. And I say, call Tier 3. And it just makes my day.
One of the challenges recently has been dealing with the COVID pandemic, and particularly how to reach people who were not coming to church. And so one of the ways that we did that is through live streaming all of our services, which Tier 3 has been instrumental in helping us do.
They've been helpful in that, well, I mean, helpful to me, of course, because then I don't have to deal with it and they can do it. But they've solved so many problems, and they solved them much quicker than I could. And then they've identified problems that I didn't even know existed and fixed those, or are in the process of fixing those. I mean, this is not a quick fix situation. We've been with them for a year, and there's still things that need to get ironed out, but we're getting there. It's a good feeling.
What I find helpful is that Tier 3 is very responsive to the questions that we have, to problems that we run into.
Oh yeah, there's a great system. They have a little help button on everybody's computer, and then there's, of course, you can call in or you can email. And what I like being, I'm kind of like the point person here, so I have access or get access to all the problems that get reported to T3, so I can kind of watch it without having to stress over it and see the resolution. You know, I see how fast it's resolved, and I see what steps we're gone through in order to resolve it. So it's kind of nice. I can keep an eye on it without having to do it. And like I said, I'm really happy with everything they do. We had our first kind of like cyber scare a couple of weeks ago. One of the staff people here, her email was hacked, and it must have been more serious than other email hacks we've had, because all of a sudden, boom, T3 is on the phone with us, and everybody has to change their passwords. And like by the day's end, this was late morning, by the end of the day, every one of us had new passwords, and we all felt locked down again. But it was like, oh, this is what it's like to have like a cyber event. It was kind of interesting. I was glad it wasn't me that had to fix it. But they're wonderful to us. They're kind, and they don't make us feel stupid, and they solve our problems, and they're quick, and we all love them. We do. As a matter of fact, we just took a survey, because it's been about a year that we've been working with Tier 3, and so I did a survey of all the staff, and yeah, everybody likes it. One of my greatest pleasures is every year we have this annual questionnaire from our diocese, and it has all the questions about cybersecurity and yada, yada, yada. And my answers were always, no, we don't have that, no. And now I can say yes and yes and yes. And even if I don't know what it means, I can still answer yes and contact Jeff and say, now what do we use for this and what do we use for that? And know that it's, good quality I'm doing good.